Hey everyone, it's Michael GoosebumpsFan. Today I'm going to be talking about a TV episode of an adaptation of one of the short stories from the original first book of the Tales to Give You Goosebumps book series, which these were 10 short stories in about 6 different books, and they were the only ones ever released with short story collections, or as short story collections. The first story in here ever is called The House of No Return. And it's a fantastic story. I love this book in general. I think this whole book pretty much is fantastic. It was almost a 5 out of 5 rating for the whole book in total as my review for the channel. So I definitely recommend the book if you haven't checked it out. I recommend this particular short story. It's fantastic too. It's probably better in the book than it is in the actual episode itself. But I like the TV episode a lot too. This adaptation was very, very good. Essentially, this came out on September 13th, 1997. I don't know if that's Canadian or American, but IMDb just says September 13th, 1997. This was really well done. This was a kind of creepy episode in a lot of ways. It wasn't to the creep factor and eeriness and atmospheric feel of Night of the Living Dummy 3, that two-parter that came out. But it was still pretty good, even especially in Season 3, which is, you know, the second half of the show's series. Like, there was 4 seasons of this show. A lot of people talk about in Season 3 and 4, they don't have many good episodes. I don't know entirely about that. You know, I don't love Season 4 episodes most of the time. But this was pretty good. I really like this, and I recommend this episode if you haven't seen it. For anybody who doesn't know the story of the House of No Return, essentially, this is a fantastic kind of, not so much morality tale, but I do like the kind of sort of semi-message and themes that are there. Really only one big theme, but I really like it. Of course, this is a 20-minute long episode of a Canadian television show for kids that's a horror show. This one is based around, and it's pretty much almost directly adapted from the short story, by the way. Almost. Not entirely from perspective's sake, but still, for the most part, it pretty much is. Essentially, there's 3 kids who have this thing called, like, Danger Inc., basically, and they essentially just do dares all the time, but they don't even do the dares themselves. They do one big dare to try to get other kids in the neighborhood and in the town into their group, into their little 3-person club. And so far, no one else has passed the test. Now, these 3 kids actually didn't take the test, because what the test is to go inside of this creepy haunted house that is in the neighborhood. It's supposedly abandoned, and to be trapped in there for an hour, you know, for every single person that wants to join the club, and you have to go in by yourself. And at the beginning of the episode, they actually have one particular kid come running out of the building talking about something that touched his face when he was inside of there. And, you know, it could be anything from cobwebs to bugs to anything like that. It could even be a rat, because it's an abandoned house in the middle of nowhere in a town, you know? So they kind of just take it with a grain of salt, but they have never done, like I said, the dare themselves. They just kind of said that they already knew they could surpass this test. But these rumors of the house being haunted are always interesting to them. Well, they find a new kid who just moved into town recently, and they start kind of keeping him in their sights. They want to bring him into the group. They think he could possibly do this, and he doesn't want to do it. So they basically force him into the house. Now, with all that being said, I wanted to tell you the general setup for the episode. Of course, this is a spoiler-free channel. I don't spoil things because I don't want to ruin things for folks. That was about half the episode of building up to the young man being stuck inside of the house by these 3 kids and basically being trapped in there against his will. I love the finale and the twist of the episode, but I like it more in the short story. I think the short story does a better job in general of executing that particular message, that story, that twist, whatever, and really hitting it home. I thought it worked. I think the episode itself is very well done. Again, the house that they filmed inside of, whether it be the interior or the exterior, which sometimes are different places when it comes to filmmaking, they don't film everything in one particular location. I don't know if it's all part of the same place or not, but the interiors and the exteriors are genuinely creepy of this house. It's just something about it. There's a lot of atmosphere to this episode, which is very not so much common in Goosebumps episodes, I would say. But there are some out there. Like I said, Night of the Living Dummy 3 is a fantastic example of one. This is another great example of one that I think has a really good kind of just creepiness to it. Just the feel, the texture of the episode, the way the scenes look and everything. It just had a really talented person directing this. I really liked it a lot. I thought it was well executed, and I'd recommend it if you haven't seen it. It's kind of creepy. I love the ending of it. Even though it's better done in the short story, like I said. But I recommend it. Have you guys checked out this particular episode, The House of No Return? Percher. Listen to me. I don't even know what accent that would be. Anyway, Put your thoughts and comments down below on my review on about the episode itself. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. And thank you for watching, guys. If I had to rate this particular episode on a 5-star basis, I'd easily give it a 4 out of 5. It's a pretty high 4 out of 5 stars, too. It has a lot to offer. It's really well made for the most part. It's kind of one of those really nicely well-made episodes like Welcome to Dead House, or like I said, Night of the Living Dummy 3 once again. It just works really well in my opinion. But anyway, what are your thoughts? Put them down below. Thank you guys for watching. May the Lord Jesus Christ bless you guys today, and goodbye.